time. I copy thrown down hard, talk career with a shine. I got some time, name. I get better with time. Who got them flow in a lap?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Denver Broncos. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys are in the midst of a great run, only one loss in their last 10 games. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the cornerback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Again, it's Harvey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 58 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he stopped immediately there. Darnell Savage there to make the tackle. You look at this Jaguar defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 4. To throw is Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Nix to the air. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Josh Hines-Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw, here's Nix. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. A good pickup there on 20 yards.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed and waiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 15 carries, 113 yards, and a score.
Well, we know they clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
When you look at this Bronco defense, they're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Throwing Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. Stays on his feet. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield, and allow the play to be successful.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
Yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They'll go play action with Nix. The left side complete to Troutman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Oh, I said
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Nix. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Nix. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Trayvon Walker just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
ready. Right here.
2nd and 15. They'll swing this out to Harvey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays,
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Lutz is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
He's past the 30. And how about that return? As he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. Maybe I go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
The Jaguars offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, attention, attention,
Here we go.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Jaguars strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and move to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get it.
At the 31-yard line.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Nix. That is caught. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Open man, and again it's Sutton. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Operating from the gun, Nix. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The kick by Lutz is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Jaguars back with it on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Lawrence to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuregunam. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Four receivers in the package. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Lawrence. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This one now in their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Going for it, here's Etienne. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, here's Nix. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 27, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Nix. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
On 3rd down, Harvey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go.
Lawrence will throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on a catch and run.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 3. Lawrence going to throw again. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Lion!
Here's Lawrence to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
So a tight one so far, 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen in our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Final 3 weeks of the regular season. The regular season witching hour, when playoff teams become also-rans and also-rans become playoff teams. Let's dive in. Our journey through the NFL starts now. NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans at home to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. And this is Dante Thornton. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. 58 yards for the score. Next up, let's go out to Glendale, Arizona, checking in on the Cardinals as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. This will wind up a touchdown. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy, the New Orleans Saints taking on the Jets. And it's Justin Fields, a 14-yard touchdown pass. The Jets win by 8, 24-16 your final. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture. Things starting to come into focus in the NFC here in Week 16. In the game you're watching, not much to separate these two sides through 2 quarters, a 1-point game at the half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to take over once again. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Lawrence. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 10. And the Jaguars first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Hey, go! Done! It's hot!
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Hey, let's go. Here we go.
Etienne once more. A pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 22 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Hey, Jason.
Here's Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars! Brian Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Point after here coming up. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake, here's Nix. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39.
To throw is Nix. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On the handoff, Harvey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw, here's Nix. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hold on a second.
Nix from the shotgun. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
Hey, go!
On the counter, ETN. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Red, on red.
Draw play, ETN. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
And they'll go again with ETN. And some room to run now. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Nix to the air. In trouble, and he's taken down. Devon Hamilton in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Open man is born.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Ready.
Here's Nix. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball. And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Hey, run.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with that last run, he's going to move past the 1,500-yard mark in rushing for the year as he continues his climb up the single-season rushing charts.
That's a 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's the 24. Focus.
Another toe for ETN. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 140 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Now Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Past the 20. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. A try here for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nix. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
At the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Here's 3rd and 7.
Down at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise in. See him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey.
Straight ahead, Etienne. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, easy, route.
Etienne up the middle. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jaguars up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Broncos 9. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And coming out now, the Broncos. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Foyesade and Luakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And a good tackle there right around the 30 stops him short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
9 yards. And the Broncos, 1st down.
Working out of the gun is Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Jacksonville, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.